Hey folks, Would-Be Farmer here. Silver City, New Mexico. I want to talk a little bit about the Ailanthes altissima, a tree. It's called the tree of heaven. It's considered an invasive. It certainly is exotic in this area, naturally from China, as I understand it. That fence is the border of our property. And this is the tree of heaven, Ailanthes altissima. There's one, that corner of our lot. That fence is actually on the inside of our property. So this tree is ours. And it shades the southwestern area of our lot. And our lot is small. It's 2,000 square feet. Our house is 625 square feet, so you were looking at a tree that does a good deal of help shading our property and this area of our house. What I wanted to talk about was the use of the tree. And yes, it does excrete allelopathic chemicals from its roots. My understanding, based on my research, is that it isn't going to kill everything in sight, because if it did, I wouldn't have all these other plants growing here. One thing I have learned through my research is that the males and the females both can reproduce via shoots and roots. This is another Ailanthes popping up here. This is another one here. So whether you have a male tree or a female tree, I've got more back here, right here, another one here by the little compost area. Whether you have a male tree or a female tree, it will reproduce. Obviously, the males aren't going to reproduce via their seed dispersal, but they will via their shoots and roots. These are all Ailanthes here. In the middle, I've got I need to prop this up, cut back some of these vines, but this is a mulberry. This is an Ailanthes altissima. This area here has several that have popped up. A couple more here. About half of my backyard here, underneath the gravel, is covered with plastic. Now I've pulled up a lot of it. I've pulled up maybe 40% to a half, somewhere in there. These buggers will grow through the seams. They'll find a way to get through the plastic. This area here is all plastic. This is all plastic here. They're popping up. My understanding is that up to 50 feet from the center of the existing tree, Ailanthes will pop up. I wish I had taken this video a week ago, because I had several here, maybe 15 or 20 that were this high. I just chopped them all down. You can see they're starting to grow back, and these are all growing back through roots. These will definitely these will definitely take over a space. You have to excuse my poor video capabilities. I inadvertently flipped the screen when I was trying to show these shoots. But so they will, I would have an Ailanthes forest here if I had not chopped these down. So I use them as basically fertilizer. I compost them. I chop them up, compost them, After about 3 days, my understanding, again from my research, these are all Ailanthes right here. My understanding is that after 3 days, the allelopathic properties of this plant have broken down, dissipated, and they will not bother any other plants. Well, I'll take you to the front of our property. And again, this lot is small, so basically this one tree could cover this entire property with its offspring. Here's some more here. And I trimmed these down. I cut these all back. I pruned these severely. Got more growing up here. All these are Ailanthes. All of these here. One here. Got some growing out here, of course. And in most residential areas in Silver City, where we live, there are so many of these trees. I would say without question there's one every 50 to 100 feet. So if people didn't cut them out, remove them, they would be even more ubiquitous. Is that even something to say? But here's the thing. In many areas of Silver City, the soils aren't great. These are pioneer species. Yes, they're exotic, and they're considered invasive in many areas. But they inhabit areas that we have disturbed, typically. Pioneer species, they come in, they do their thing. There's so many areas where plants and trees won't grow here. There's definitely a use for these trees. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you all. That's it for me, Would-Be Farmer, and I'm out.